Here's how you seal a roof eave junction that has a metal roof. It's very custom. We have a ridge here. So what I did first is cut this galvanized metal to the peak so that it can close that gap here. Left a tab hanging here. Custom cut an angle up here. Now I'm pre-cutting this to fit and getting the angles right. I'm going to flatten the metal slightly so that the pressure is pointing down and pressing up against the roof so that rodents can't get up under it. And once I get it dry fitted and pre-cut where this angle is correct and this angle is correct, then I'll cut a notch in this so that I can rest it down and press it in. So it is a tricky roof eave junction. They're all not this difficult, but this is how you seal a roof eave junction to stop animals from going up inside of here without using a bunch of foam. Now I want to slide this down as if it's pressed in here. Get a rough notch. I have to cut it a little bit larger, and then the height of it, with it pressed here, come straight across. You can use a Sharpie. I don't like to use a Sharpie in these situations because it makes it where you have to paint over it, and then that Sharpie starts to run. Now I'll place this down here, that notch, press it in, and I won't attach the screws until I have these lined up so that it looks good and transitions here, and then I'll add another piece of metal here. So this is not going into the roof, it's just bonding these two pieces of metal together. Now I can work my way up, starting from the bottom and working my way up. That way when it rains and water flows, it doesn't get caught behind the metal. So the metal comes in 90 degrees, as you can see here. It's always good to pre-paint it so that you're not painting when you're on the roofing. This is just a pre-cut piece, but I'm gonna open this angle up. And once I open the angle, it'll give me an idea how much I need to trim. So I wanna match this angle, but slightly overlap it again so water flow. It's a little bit closer. I want it to overlap a little bit more. Now I have it pretty close, so I'm going to go ahead and get my scribe here. I want it to fall along this trim, so make it fall like so. I have a continuous line, makes it less noticeable. It's a lot closer. Now I'll work the angle, opening this up more, allowing it to fall here. I'll cut that notch off and allow it to flow and feather into this so there's no jagged edges sticking out. And that makes it where it's not very noticeable to the eye. Now that matches up well. Now I'll go ahead and start tacking as few screws as possible and put some sealant back here. All right, now that I have the metal secured, I'm gonna pump some commercial sealant back here so that no small rotors can get back behind here. And then I'll do a small bead right here just to make it where they can't pull this out. I'll run my finger across it before touching up the paint. Now I'm going to paint it, just touching up some of the scratches. So I'm sliding this scrap metal up under it. Now I'll touch up these areas. That'll help the overspray to be contained just to the metal that I want to get painted. And here's what the finished product of a roof eave junction, a very custom roof eave junction, would look like. Anytime there's a metal roof and a soffit, it's a lot easier when there's shingles, but when you have these ridges, it's very difficult. And this makes it to where you can do it without installing a bunch of foam and sealant and things that just aesthetically doesn't look good.